Now, let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Chill with Chill. It is Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, Holidays are here, Chill Town. How you feeling?
If you think about the holidays, Big Ox, and you think about Thanksgiving, like what we actually celebrating, it's kind of wow when you think about it, right? It's a day of Thanksgiving when the Pilgrims came over. They was already here, but Christopher Columbus shows up and they just so nice to him. Yo, come on in, man. We'll feed you. We'll take care of you. And then they end up killing them dudes. That's so wow. But Turkey Day. Yeah, hit him with the straight ooh-wop, Big Ox.
Yeah.
Hit him with the ooh-wop. But yeah, I'm ready for Thanksgiving, no doubt. We got some good games. Football in Turkey tomorrow. Or not for me. Football and wheat rice and wheat pasta.
Okay. What football games you checking out tomorrow? All of them or anyone?
All of them. Yeah, all of them. And particularly the 49ers in Seattle. We got to get these dudes work. It's for first place in the division.
That's down in the Bay, or that's up in Seattle?
No, it's in Seattle. Mm-hmm. Okay. We played them twice in 3 weeks too, Big Ox. That's huge.
Yeah, a little cold out there. A little cold up there in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be all right though. Chill Town, let's get straight to the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sold on Tyrese Haliburton?
Hey, Big Ox. The best, I'm an example, dude. The best example I could give you is every time you see me talking to homegirl and you like, yo, what's up with homegirl? And I'm like, she all right. And then the next thing you know, you find out that that's my girl. You're like, wait a minute, whoa, how we get here? You was like this on homegirl. Now all of a sudden that's your chick now.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with Haliburton. I'm in.
Just dating, or she finna move in?
No, it's my chick right here. Yeah, I'm in. I'm all the way in, Big Ox. I'm in.
Okay.
100%. I'm in. The thing I dig about him the most is the fact that he does not let you speed him up. He plays at his own pace. He's a smart basketball player. He takes care of the basketball. Now, I know a lot of people will see the 6 turnovers yesterday that he had, but a lot of that stuff was not his fault. You got guys fumbling the ball out of bounds, right? He did have some turnovers, but you had guys fumbling the ball out of bounds. You had guys fumbling the ball out of their hands, and it was a turnover. Obi Toppin ended up fumbling one. So that's not to say that he didn't have any play in any of those turnovers, but his decision-making is at an elite level. He takes care of the basketball with the best of them. He knows who to go to, where to go to him, and when to go to him. They got this action that they run. I said this earlier today. They got this action that they run, Ox, where you got Haliburton as the point man coming down. You got Buddy Hield on the right wing, and you got Jalen Smith coming to set a back screen on the right wing. He sets the back screen on Buddy Hield's man. Buddy Hield comes across the lane. He immediately comes back and sets a ball screen for Tyrese Haliburton. When he sets that ball screen for Tyrese Haliburton, he doesn't actually set it, Big Ox. He sets it like he's going to set it, and he'll slip it. Now, you get a miscommunication between both DeJounte Murray, and Okongwu from Atlanta. So instead of Tyrese Haliburton firing it too early, he waits and slows down and waits for Jalen Smith to get as close as he possibly can, let the play develop, and fires it to him. That's elite patience right there. That's elite point guard play right there that you see. Anybody else, not anybody else, but other point guards, there are other point guards who would have thrown the ball away, who would have missed that read. He knows exactly where he's going, who he's going to, when to get him the basketball. Obi Toppin actually is looking like a viable rotation player because of Tyrese Haliburton. He's looking like the athlete that everybody thought he was going to be coming in the league.
I was happy to see Obi get to Indiana when he went this summer. I like him to be able to run with Tyrese. Add some more years to his career. I'm happy to see him get over there with Tyrese for sure. Now, I know it's a little off topic, but I just got a question for you. I do not want to forget this question. You are watching football tomorrow. You talked about those turnovers not necessarily being Tyrese Haliburton's fault.
Right.
I just got to ask you, when a quarterback throws the ball to a wide receiver, right? Now, when it's right there, it touches his hands. when the wide receiver misses that pass and it bounces off his hands, and it gets an interception. Now, so I might be on my Jeff Van Gundy right now, but they should make a rule that when that happens, that's the wide receiver's interception. Yeah. That's not the quarterback's interception. If it hits your hands and you get it picked off, that's your interception.
Absolutely, Big Ox. That's not his fault. That's not. If not only is it not his fault, but I threw it exactly where it was supposed to go. We went over this earlier in the week in practice. So when Dak Prescott, when Dak Prescott is throwing when Josh Allen is throwing the digs and he's sitting down in an 8-yard dig and he's right there and he's actually running before he catches the ball and the ball goes off his hands and is intercepted. That's not on Josh Allen. That's my fault. Right. I should have caught that. That's my fault. That's not your fault. No, I'm on the hook for that. No doubt.
Yeah. So they pulled that one out. The Pacers against Indiana. It was a high scoring game. I mean, it was quite the game. Do you have any pushback to? I did hear. I was in the car on the way back, and I heard Mars bring up Tyrese not scoring in the fourth, and saying Buddy kind of carried him to that. Right. Is that okay with is that fine with you? Like when a player has an incredible three quarters and then not necessarily coast, but doesn't fill up the stat sheet, doesn't jump out the screen in the fourth quarter. Like, are you knocking that? Are you knocking a player for that? Is he supposed to be able to keep that up for 4 quarters?
The reason why that point guard play is elite because he recognizes the hot hand and he goes to him and he gets him the basketball as opposed to a guy who, all right, I'm going to get my own offense. Buddy, I don't think he missed a shot in the fourth quarter. I think he had 13 points in the fourth quarter. I don't think he missed a shot. When you got a guy like that who's got it going, Big Ox, you get out the way and you let him go to work. Or in the words of my man Big Ox, let him get busy. Right. Let him get busy. I don't have a problem at all with what Tyrese Haliburton did in terms of getting Buddy Hield the ball, putting him in the space where he was at, especially the tough shots that he was making. If he's making those shots, you got to go to him and you got to keep going to him because he got it going. There's no reason for us to disrupt this rhythm that he's in. Plus, it helped them win. Big Ox, a lot of people are going to look at that score and they're going to say that there wasn't any defense played. It was, Big Ox. That's not true. There was a lot of defense going on. The problem was you had a lot of guys making a lot of tough shots, right? You had guys like you had guys like Haliburton. You had guys like Trae Young, right? You had guys like Murray making tough shots. You had Buddy Hield in the fourth quarter with a guy in his face at the long. He wasn't even at the long ball line. He was 2-3 feet behind the long ball line, making tough shots with hands in his face. It was just you go, I go, you go, I go. You and me have had this conversation, Big Ox. When you play in the league with these kind of athletes, this kind of skill set, man, it's hard to stop guys. It is very difficult to stop guys. The only thing you could really do is do your best to slow guys down. And it wasn't like Indiana wasn't trying. They were trying to slow guys down. I think that Tyrese Haliburton can be better defensively. I don't really like what I'm seeing from him defensively. That's where the separator is going to be for me. But he's so good offensively. He is so good offensively, just from a distributor standpoint, from a scoring standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, speeding up the offense. He's so good that he may be in that category of guys that are exceptions, like Luke, like Steph Curry, like Magic. He's that good, I think, offensively, where his defense could lack. I think the thing I'm missing from him is maybe it's an effort issue, and that comes from coaching. Because I can coach skill, I can coach Big Ox rebounding, Big Ox blocking out. I can coach that. What I can't do, Big Ox, I can't coach effort. Big Ox, stick your name in basketball. I can't coach.
Definitely
that.
can't.
I
cannot. How do you feel about Trae Young's game last night and just Trae Young overall? Because that's been a big topic of discussion, especially on the panel, comparing the two. And who would you rather have, Trae Young or Tyrese Haliburton? So how do you feel about that discussion now, especially since it was head to head, and just how do you feel about Trae Young's game last night?
I've always been a fan of Trae Young, even though he's taken shots that have cost his team wins. because he's throwing them off offensively. But he's got one of those games, man, that when his shot is falling, he makes them so much better because he can pass. And he does pass. So he makes them so much better when he does that. Now, what I saw last night, Big Ox standing behind screens, which is a big deal for point guards, you know, and because when guys go under the screen like Haliburton did, or when Matherin did, going under screens, for Trae Young to knock that shot down, that just makes him even more incredibly dangerous. But if I had to choose between the two, if I have a guy that does something similar to you and it's at that level, I got to go with the bigger guy. And when I see Haliburton, how he speeds the game up, how he handles the basketball, how he gets guys involved, I would have to go with him if I had to choose between the two, even though I'm a big-time Trae Young fan. Big time.
Okay. Yeah. I think I would have to lean more towards Haliburton as well. Also, shout out Bogey Bogdanovic had a pretty decent game last night as well.
That's your man, yo. I know you're a Bogey guy, too. I do know that.
Yeah. Also, real quick, we got a super chat from Liam McQueen. Chilton, I don't know, you know, how much you know about New York, but Liam is visiting New York from Vancouver in a week. Any suggestions on places to check out?
So if you see a picture of what the World Trade Center where the World Trade Center was, and then you had the river right on the other side of that river. That's Jersey City. That's where I'm from. So I'm literally right there.
Right.
So
okay. I wasn't sure how close Jersey City was.
It's literally right on the other side of the Hudson River. So if there's a number of different things to do, I'm somewhat. I got a little bit of nerd in me. I dig museums. I dig stuff like that. So the Natural Museum of History is up on 76th Street. I think you'll dig that. Washington Square Park, even though it's a little chilly in New York, Washington Square Park is one of the best sites. It's right next to NYU. Greenwich Village is another spot to go check out that I think you might dig, and some good food down there too in the village. Those are just spots off the top of my head. I mean, the Knicks are in New York City. The Nets are in Brooklyn. You could go catch a basketball game. You got shows in Times Square. So it's a number of different things to do.
Cool. So what other games did you check out last night? I'm assuming you checked out the Lakers game.
I did check out the Lakers game, but the game that I was tuned into the most was I was tuned into Philly and Cleveland last night. And
yeah,
the thing that I don't want to get it misconstrued, Big Ox, because some people will hear this and go, yo, are you saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers are better without Donovan Mitchell? No, I'm not saying that. Because when you take a 28-a-game guy off the roster, right? When you take a 28-a-game guy off the roster, that hampers you offensively. However, what it also does, though, Big Ox, is it forces your team to play better offensively. So you got Darius Garland, who was an all-star before Donovan Mitchell showed up. You have Jared Allen, who was also an all-star before Donovan Mitchell showed up. Evan Mobley, those two guys playing together. So now the ball moves a little bit more. Guys like Max Strus get more shots. Even though Donovan Mitchell is looking for him when he has the ball, but these guys get more shots, and the offense looked like it flowed a little bit more last night than it did when Donovan Mitchell is on the floor, because he's such an elite scorer and he's ball dominant.
Yeah.
Last night, it wasn't like that. Last night, the ball was moving. Darius Garland looked more comfortable in the offense. He looked more comfortable going downhill. I don't love him taking 25 shots. And where he took these 25 shots, and as inefficient as he was, I'd like to see him get guys like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley more involved. I thought that Jared Allen gave Joel Embiid everything he was looking for last night.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from Jared Allen last night.
Everything he was looking for, big guy.
That's what I expect from Jared Allen.
Which is kind of crazy for me, because I don't look at Jared Allen as a scorer, but not realizing that, he can score.
Yeah.
He's one of the better rim runners in the game. He has those floaters in the lane, in the mid-post. He's a really good pick and dive guy. Him and Evan Mobley got this chemistry, and I said this earlier. Him and Evan Mobley got this chemistry. It reminds me of what Duncan and David Robinson had with that high-low game. If they could get it all the way together, because we're still talking about young guys, right? We're still talking about young guys in Evan Mobley's 22 Jared Allen, I think he just turned 25, something like that. So if they could get that all the way together, I think that they're going to be trouble. I don't think that they win in the NBA championship. I'm on record saying that. I think that they're an Eastern Conference Finals team at best, but they're starting to get it going. Defensively, I think that they're gonna get back to being elite. But last night, I thought he did a good job, Jared Allen did, on putting pressure on Joel Embiid to guard. Now, what I don't like the fact that Joel Embiid plays outside in. I don't like that, Big Ox. And the reason why I don't like that is because when we get into, quote unquote, the meat and potatoes of the game, that's where your bread is buttered. That's where you are, in the words of my man Big Ox, that's where you're supposed to get busy. And when I got a guy 20 feet, 19 feet away from the basket, wanting to throw the ball between his legs 3-4 times, when you got a 6'9" guy on you and you 7'1", that's a concern. But it's who Joel Embiid is.
Yeah.
That's who he is, Big Ox. That's who he is. There's nothing that I can do about that. Nothing.
I've been used to seeing this from Joel, and I've been saying it. You could just abuse people on the block. Like, that's like, imagine if in 2002 Shaq would have been like, you know what? I'm not gonna be down there dunking on people no more and throwing these jump hooks and drop steps. Man, Kobe, give me the ball out here on the wing. Let me get, there's no reason for you to do that. I know it looks good, and I know fans like to see it. So a lot of people will be like, "Man, Bob, shut up, man. He can do that." That's just because that's what you want to see. You want to be excited by seeing a big man do that. Like, man, that's not good basketball.
It's not, yo.
I don't care. I don't care how much it entertains you. It's terrible basketball.
It is, yo. It is. It's crazy that you bring that up, Big Ox, because I literally said that to him last night. I said that to him last night. I texted him. I said, I'm trying to imagine you being 18 feet away from the basket, throwing the ball between your legs with Tristan Thompson covering you. And he texted me back. He said, quote, "You would have lost it." And he's right.
Lost it.
I would have flipped out on him. He know I would have flipped out on him. Yo, Big, what are you doing up here? Finish the game, get this dude on the box, and end the game. What's going on, B? What are you, 6'6" now? Is that what you're doing?
You're gambling with the game when you can dominate. Like, you can dominate this, but you don't. You
like Olajuwon, like Shaq, like those guys. You can
just want to have fun.
Which don't get me wrong, Big Ox. That is part of it, having fun. But you know what else is fun? Winning.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to win games because it's fun to win. Like,
it is, yo.
That's when I have fun, when I can pop champagne and and celebrate the game. We're out of town. You know what I'm saying? We just won because the big fella got on the block and gave us 38 and 17. Now we won, man. Let's go party.
Let's go hang out, yo.
Hey, big fella, I got something for you. Let's go enjoy ourselves, But it's not like that no more, What about Tyrese Maxey?
I feel
where are we at with him now,
I'm still a fan of Tyrese Maxey. It's on the job training for him. I dig the fact that Nick Nurse has given him the basketball, and I think he's one of the better transition guards in the game. He gets up and down the floor with the best of them, creates open looks in transition with the best of them. But Mars brought up a really interesting point earlier today, which now I got to pay more attention to. Big Ox, when he questions Tyrese Maxey's ability to score on a guy one-on-one. That's what he's questioning, which I'm thinking to myself, the athlete that Tyrese Maxey is, the ball handler that he is, how he can get around guys. That he can do. But what I'm thinking is, I can only X and O you for a certain amount of time. When we get into the middle of the third quarter, late in the third quarter, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, where, we've gotten as far as we're going to go, I need buckets. And I can't X and O you anymore. So when we get to that point, do I have a guy that I can go to on the perimeter where I can go to him, give me something, where I can run in isolation? Because as fast as we play, as fast as the Lakers played, as fast as the Celtics played, as fast as Denver played, at some point the game is going to slow down. And we're going to need a guy who on the perimeter, I can give you the basketball when the game slows down, and you can give me something in the mid-range. You can give me something going to the basket when you on an island one-on-one with a guy. And I got to start paying more attention to that with Maxey. You got to remember too, Big Ox, this is his first year as a full-time starter with the basketball in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that
no, go ahead, Tata.
So the fact that they gave him the ball, right? So the fact that they gave him the ball this year, in terms of his improvement, he's going to improve on the job,
right?
And him improving on the job, it's going to be some bumps and bruises, because again, I just got the job as a full-time starter. I'm not James Harden, who's been in the league for 10 years and I've been a league guard for that long. No, I've been in the league 5 years, and this is my first year as a starter. So there's things that I still got to figure out. And I feel like with Maxey, I think he's ahead of the curve. One, because of playing with James Harden. He gets to see what kind of distributor he is, and that helps. But with that being said, him playing downhill, him being the offensive scorer that he is in transition, he's just got to learn. That's why I didn't like Doc Rivers and Sam Cassell leaving, because I felt like they were the bridge to helping him become any, like how we talk about Luka, how we talk about Haliburton and guys like that. I felt like if Doc Rivers was still there, I can't guarantee that they win in the NBA championship, but him learning how to be a point guard, I don't think that I don't think that he would have failed with those guys.
Yeah. Thing with Tyrese Maxey, like inability to score one-on-one in a situation like that. The only reason I'm not too concerned with that is just because he's so quick that if he understands, like, okay, I don't have to get to my spot and get a good shot off every time. I can use my athletic ability and my speed to get him off balance and maybe get to the free throw line. Maybe that's what he has to rely on in certain situations. Like, yo, I'm gonna get to the rim, make him foul me. But also, Tyrese Maxey is so quick and so explosive. He can expose about anybody coming off of that pick and roll.
Right.
So more than anything, it's just like, okay, if you got somebody, like, let's say, I don't know, y'all were talking about Alex Caruso. Let's say Alex Caruso got me just pinned up over here on this sideline. Just come get him off me. And as soon as he's so fast, not even Alex Caruso, Drew Holiday coming off that screen are going to be able to really hold him. He's, you know, so I like him in his position. Finally getting the ball in his hands, but Joel's going to really have to help him out and, you know, be his outlet, be his release valve on that block.
Right. Now, when you're running that pick and roll, like you just mentioned, Big Ox, can we get that pick and roll action? We could get that pick and roll action at any point, right? Whether it's in transition or it's in the first quarter. Well, when we get late in the game and we get that pick and roll action, and like you just said, I can't get Caruso off me, right? I can't get Herb Jones off me. I can't get Jaden McDaniels off me. How can I put myself in a position where I could get downhill or I can knock down an 18-footer? Because Herb Jones is not going underneath that screen. He's chasing you off of it. And he's quick enough that he can recover once he gets around that screen. He's got a guy in Valanciunas who's going to show just to slow you down for a second so Herb Jones could get back, or Alex Caruso. Can he develop that where he can get a two dribble stop and pop? That's why I think Doc Rivers was so instrumental in order for him to be what he was trying to become.
I'm sure he can get that in his game. You know, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to. But I do understand the concern. He, especially with big guys like that too. So when you bring up Herb Jones, Jaden McDaniels, right, guys like that, Tyrese, when he's out there, what I will say is he likes to rely on that step back three.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That might be a product of James Harden. It might just be a product of today's NBA. A lot of people rely on that step back three. Herb Jones and Jaden McDaniels, it's not going to be easy to get that shot off.
Right.
Either way. So I can see some problems over there, but
I didn't even bring up Ox guys like Drew Holiday, who you're gonna have to deal with in the playoffs, right?
Right.
Now, I'm just thinking about defenders that you're gonna have to deal with throughout the season. Well, when you have to see Drew Holiday in the playoffs, right? When you got to see guys like that, when you got to see Evan Mobley chasing you like he did last night, chasing you off the screen so Darius Garland could get back. It could be a little bit trickier for you. It could be.
Well, two things. I already told y'all earlier in the week that, you know, we're about to get into the slide of the Sixers, the evening out of the season.
You did
the Sixers aren't going. I don't believe the Sixers will be a top 3 seed in the East, but then we're going to start seeing the slide of them. Hopefully, not too much of a slide, but things are going to start evening out over there in Philly. Another thing about Philly.
Keep going.
Another thing about Philly is Tobias Harris. I mean, I know I might be too hard on Tobias sometimes, but I just need more from Tobias.
Why do you think that? Why do you think people may think that you too hard on him when we're talking about a 20 a game guy?
Yeah.
We talking about arguably a 20 a game, not arguably, I'm sorry, a 20 a game guy. He was that when he was with the Clippers, right? He was that when he was with the Clippers. Now he's in Philadelphia, and he also is that. And he's getting plenty of looks, right? He's getting plenty of looks. So with that being said, why do you think that the conversation may be, you're a little bit hard on Tobias Harris?
I don't know. I think people are like, well, he's a third, sometimes fourth option. He shouldn't have to do this and do that. But I think he's better than that. Like, I think he misses too many open shots. I don't think he's aggressive enough going to the rim. I mean, he's not aggressive enough on the defensive end. It's just low energy from Tobias. Low energy. So Mookie smoke a lot. I don't care about Tobias having a good season right now in these first couple games. He doesn't bring the ruckus. Tobias Harris needs to be the guy over there that's bringing the energy. And that's you know what you're telling? It's Kelly Oubre going out. Because when Kelly Oubre came there, Kelly started bringing some more energy. He brought the energy up. Tobias Harris is just a dull,
right?
Just dull. Right. It's one thing to be a low energy, a high energy guy and come with 16 like a Malik Monk. A Malik Monk high energy. A Malik Monk 16 feels like 30 to the other team.
It is.
Tobias Harris 16 feels like 11 10 to the other team.
And unfortunately, I don't know if you know this, my man, but no, we don't watch every team in all the games. No, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't just watch the Philadelphia 76ers in every game that the Philadelphia 76ers play. No, we don't. You know why? Because we're not a fan just of the 76ers. It's other teams that we got to pay attention to too. So I watched Tobias Harris, and yes, Tobias Harris could be a little bit more aggressive than what he is, especially when he gets going. And it ain't like Maxey ain't looking for him, because he is looking for him, right? It's not like James Harden wasn't looking for him, because he was looking for him. It's not like Embiid isn't looking for him. Embiid is the most effective when he on the block playing out of the double team. He's not nearly as effective playing on the wing out the double team. Why? Because it's less space. When he's on the box playing out of the double team, there's more space to cover. Why? Because you got other guys diving to the box. Now these guys have to collapse, and now you got your long ball shooters open, you got your mid-range guys open. As opposed to when he's on the wing and he's holding the ball 22 feet away from the basket and nobody's moving. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Nobody's diving to the basket. Nobody. So unfortunately, my man, no, we don't watch. Unfortunately, no, we don't watch all of the Philadelphia 76ers games. But we can speak on them. Why? Because we do watch some of their games.
Yeah.
That's wild, yo. That's why whenever I hear that makes me nuts, man. Yo, I see you don't watch games. Yes, I do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
If I watch 30 games from one team in a whole season, that's pretty decent. That's decent, especially a team that I'm not a fan of. Like let's say if I were to watch 30 Philadelphia 76ers games this year, that's more than enough for me, at least.
Plenty. That's plenty. Like if you know how hard it is for me to watch the Detroit Pistons, Big Ox. It's hard as hell to watch them, yo. Man. It was hard as hell watching San Antonio last year. I was trying. I just couldn't do it. I could not get into the San Antonio Spurs. I was trying to watch them. I could not do it. So
that's the worst part, Church. Being a hoop fan, loving basketball, and really struggling to watch a game. Like, man, I cannot. But I know I have to watch it because we're going to talk about it the next day.
Yes.
I'm just like, bro, I do not want to watch this game.
I don't. I do not. It's hard to watch the Atlanta Hawks. It is. But they got some bright spots. This kid, Jalen Johnson. I like him. I do. I absolutely like him. He's a great transition player, right? But they've always been like that mid team. So it's hard to watch Atlanta because I know what they are. So it's difficult to watch them. Detroit, Big Ox, it's hard to watch them. As good as the young talent it is that they have, it's hard to watch Killian Hayes. It's difficult to watch Cade Cunningham turn the basketball over like he does. Because it suggests to me that, yo, you ain't doing your homework.
Right.
You're not doing your homework. So it's hard to watch that. Because it's frustrating because I see how good you could be. And you should be better than this at this stage. You should be better.
Yeah. Especially without Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm not gonna watch some Detroit Pistons games. When Bojan get back, I'll probably tap into a few more, but I'm not watching Detroit right now. I've seen 1.5 Detroit Pistons games this year. I'm not gonna lie.
I watched a few,
and it was rough. That 1.5 games was rough.
Because I like
Bojan gets here.
I like Jalen Duren and I like Cade Cunningham. So I've seen a few of their games.
Yeah, I like Jalen a lot. I like Jalen a lot. I like a lot of guys over there. I like Jaden. I like Jaden. I like Jalen. I've come around to Cade. I wasn't a big fan of Cade coming out of Oklahoma State or even like the first year.
Yeah.
But I'm coming around to Cade. I'm a big Bojan Bogdanovic fan. I want to see Marvin Bagley I'm happy to see Marvin Bagley get minutes. I want to see him do well. So that's not that I dislike the Pistons. I'm not a hater of the Pistons. I like them. I want to see Monty Williams be successful.
Right.
But shit, if it's other games on, I'm probably watching that right now. Yeah. Maybe come December, maybe not December. That's a week away. Come February, we might get there. But in the meantime, though, let's see who we got in the back. I know we got some. Oh, you know what? Sorry, y'all gotta wait. We got super chats. Oh, we got one more super chat. Y'all know what comes first over here. ASAP Henny says, Ox, what's your revised top 10? You mentioned you changed your list a while back. Also, if the Lakers, why are the Lakers on my mind right now? If the Warriors
Rent free.
Man, that's crazy.
Rent free. They live there. In the cartel. They live there.
Oh, damn. We got to edit that out, y'all. I'm going to text JD, tell him to edit that out. Also, if the Warriors ever blow it up, King should get Curry. That's crazy, ASAP. That's a crazy super chat to send to me right now.
Even though Big Ox would love Curry on that crew, by the way.
Look, if I wake up tomorrow and Steph Curry has a Sacramento Kings fan on, Kings jersey on, I'm gonna step away from the team into the foreseeable future. After he gets out of there, I'm back lighting the beam.
Would it be the same thing as like if Kobe jumped on the Lakers on the Kings after what was going on?
No, that's crazy. That's unforgivable. I would have never came back to the Kings. I would have been done. Like, this is a disloyal ass franchise. Yeah, I would never. I couldn't accept.
No way. It. You did what?
I'll be downtown on K Street trying to start a riot.
You signed who? What?
see, like Steph, I'll come back after he retires. I'll come back. But if Cole, no way. Unacceptable. Okay, y'all. Let's get to the lobby. Let's see who we got. We got the kid Brax. I see you.
What up? What up?
You're on mute, Brax.
Can you hear me?
What up? What up?
What's good? Chill. I actually want to talk about that point that you said about D-Mitch earlier. Honestly, I just don't feel like he's a good fit for this Cavs team. I said this when they first traded him. I just don't see it, honestly. First of all, I'm not a fan of your best two players being guards, let alone the fact that both these guards are like 6'3". So I don't really like that fit regardless. And whenever he's gone, that's why I feel like they look better, because it's more of a less is more kind of thing. Kind of like with the Heat with Tyler Hero. Less is more. We're getting the ball flowing. It's great that you can score how you can score, but we kind of, unfortunately, you're not the best fit, so we're technically better off without you.
Well, it's I don't think it's necessarily that he's not the best fit. It's just that because they're young, they look at him like that. Like, oh, we got this 28-game guy. We got to take a back seat to him, or we got to lessen our game. Not leaving out, Darius Garland was an all-star before Donovan Mitchell showed up, right? Jared Allen was an all-star before Donovan Mitchell showed up. I think you need a guy like Donovan Mitchell or Donovan Mitchell. I think he supplements that scoring that you didn't have, but I don't want it to be at the expense of guys like Darius Garland or Evan Mobley. I don't want it to be at the expense of these dudes. That's why I said yesterday, watching them without him on the floor, just so you know, these last 2 games, Philly and Denver, Donovan Mitchell out the lineup, and they won. And the reason why they won, the offense is flowing a little bit more. These other dudes got to get involved. Donovan Mitchell is, and I think he notices that too. I do think he notices that.
I think he does too.
I think he notices that, and I think that he can get his buckets, and he could get his scoring can come within what's going on. And he also gets other guys involved too. Remember, and I said this before, guys like Max Strus, guys like Caris LeVert. Yo, these dudes, it's not like Donovan Mitchell ain't passing the ball. He looks for these dudes.
He
gets them open.
They just suck. It's okay. You ain't. I get it, brother. They suck. It's okay.
I'm just thinking, Brax, man. We talking about my job when I step on the floor as a pro. I make open shots. That's my job. So I'm running with a dude in Donovan Mitchell. I'm running with Russell Westbrook. I'm running with Kevin Durant. Yo, I'm looking around wondering when is the jig gonna be up? Like, there's no way you dudes is really paying me to make open shots. That's all you need me to do.
That's all I gotta do, bro.
There's no way that's all you asking me to do. What?
Like, I'm trying to. What's the catch? That's what's the catch?
I'm looking around like somebody playing with me, yo. Like somebody's gonna tell me one day that this check is not good. That no, we just playing with you because you telling me running.
Then you're on the court, and it's like, no, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Just
defend at a solid level because I got Evan Mobley and I got Jared Allen behind me.
Yes,
I got an energy guy in Caris LeVert. I got this unit is built kind of similar to what the Heat are in terms of bigs and in terms of defense, where guys can clean up a lot of your messes. All you got to do is
hit the shot, bro.
Do your job. So when a guy like Donovan Mitchell is looking for Max Strus, who's running in transition, I'm a stop and pop guy. That's my game. What the hell? I'm a stop and pop guy. Why can't you make open shots?
That's a fact. I definitely agree. Max Strus, no. Caris LeVert, he's a bit iffy, but I still, not to say that's Donovan's fault at all. You know, you can't control your teammates hitting shots. That at the end of the day, they have to. You can get it there, but they're the ones that has to hit the shot. But I just think in general, the fact that he, like I said, the small guard thing, I'm not really a big fan of that. And on top of the fact, not to say their defense is an issue because it's the Cavs. They are a pretty good defensive team. But in general, I would much rather him go somewhere else to where, like you said, since he is a 28 points per game scorer, I mean, it's going to be at the cost of his teammates no matter what. I'd rather them have a systemic scorer rather than somebody who can just go out there and give me a bucket whenever. You feel me?
So basically playing within the system, which I think Donovan Mitchell can do. Because
he can.
If you remember, last year was a career year. That's the most points he ever averaged in his career last year. Not only that, that's the highest 3-point percentage he averaged last year. He shot tied for his highest free throw percentage last year. So offensively, as a scorer, he had his best season with the Cavs. That's largely due to playing with better offensive players. I like to think that Evan Mobley and Darius Garland and Jared Allen, guys like that. I'd like to think that they were better offensive players than Rudy
definitely.
Gobert.
It's definitely a better offensive unit than his Jazz days. But I'd just say in a nutshell, it's more or less like you are playing within a better system, which is giving you better looks, but that doesn't mean you're playing in the actual system. You get what I'm saying? Like you're trying your hardest to play in that system, but you're still a little bit outside, and that's just based on your play style. I could still. That's the thing, though, Brax. I could still play my game within the system. Yeah. So like they run a lot of.
Real quick, y'all, because I just want to give a little pushback. I disagree with that. I believe that
really?
The Jazz team was a better offensive team than this Cavaliers team.
Well, that's
because
when it was Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Bojan Bogdanovic, and I believe they had Jordan Clarkson off the bench.
And I'd like to think that Donovan Mitchell is a better offensive player today than what he was 3 years ago when they was. That's why I'm thinking about. That's why I'm thinking about why those guys are better. Why Max Strus gets more open looks. Caris LeVert, right? Wade, and these guys get open looks because of Donovan Mitchell. And the fact that you dudes don't make open shots like you should. But I feel like I can play within. I could play my game and it still fits a certain system. So if you look at what Cleveland is doing in terms of their system, one, because they got big guys, they got rim protectors and rebounders,
Right.
that allows them to play fast. That's Donovan Mitchell's game. So they're a transition team, right? That's number one. Number two, you got a fast-paced point guard in Darius Garland who can score. So he attracts a lot of attention. So that leaves Donovan Mitchell one-on-one a lot, which is also his game. But now when the game slows down, they don't have stuff like dumping the ball into they don't have stuff like dumping the ball into Evan Mobley or dumping the ball into Jared Allen. A lot of their stuff is predicated on Darius Garland creating shots for Evan Mobley.
Yeah, it is pretty Darius Garland heavy.
Darius Garland creating shots for Jared Allen where he's fumbling the ball out of bounds. We don't have stuff where we run the offense with sets where we run the O through the big man and we got action like they do in Denver. They don't have stuff like that. But I think I think Cleveland's action and their system, I think it's conducive to Donovan Mitchell. I just feel like they were more wide-eyed when he got there because they kids and shit, we got Donovan Mitchell. So, I guess that he the man now, so we just gonna have to give him the ball.
And plus, it's Cleveland. You're not gonna be getting like any like super big names like that too. Right. So it's like, we actually had a chance to snag Donovan, and we actually got him. So.
Right. That was a power move for them.
It's like bagging that chick that you didn't think you had a chance with. Like, she want to go out with me.
Yeah. I just got a 10 out of 10. Word?
Okay.
Exactly.
But I ain't really gonna be myself because I don't want to screw this up. Exactly. I don't want to mess the date up. I want to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing because I'm out with homegirl and
exactly. So it's like one of those things. Right. It's like you don't see that often. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it while I can because I could flip this 10 out of 10. I could build off this 10 out of 10 later down. One of those things.
Right on, Brax. Appreciate you pulling up, brother.
And real quick before you go, Brax, I still think I'm not sure, and I know that you're an Oklahoma City guy.
Yes, sir.
I still need to see Shea do it in the postseason. That's what's holding me up.
That's what's
holding me up between him and because. It's not like this where Shea
it's not a gap. I got you.
No,
because I was about to say, Chill. I'm questioning. Do you really watch him? Because
I do watch him.
I was about to say, bro.
One-on-one, it's not that different. I think Donovan Mitchell, one of the best pull-up jump shooters, whether it's in the mid-range or the long ball. I think Donovan Mitchell going downhill, getting to the rim, one of the best in the game, dunking over guys. He's a volume shooter, so I think that's a little bit different than Shea because
Shea's a deficiency guy. He takes a lot of
he don't take a lot of bad shots. No, he does not.
Right.
I think Donovan is a better transition player. The difference that I'm seeing right now, and it's not by much. The difference that I'm seeing right now is the defense. And
the defense, I'm gonna be honest, the defense is
that's what I'm seeing. That's where the difference can that's where it could go from this to this. And I got to see it in the postseason because I've seen Donovan Mitchell in the postseason a number of different times, win playoff series, be big in playoff series. So I haven't seen Shea do that.
You've seen the opposite too, though, Chill. You've seen the opposite too with Donovan.
Even if I've seen that, though, I haven't seen anything from Shea. So I don't even know when the lights get brighter. I don't even know what your story is, my man. That's not to say that you can't do it. I just haven't seen you do it. That's all. And as far as your game, like I said, as far as your game, one-on-one, it's not really that far off. I'm still taking Donovan Mitchell because of what I've seen in the past and how much better he's gotten. But I see the upside to Shea. I do.
If your only pushback is playoff transition, I'll give you that one. But in my opinion, I would say there's not much Donovan does better, and if there is, Shea, it's like neck and neck.
It's not going to be that long before we have a different conversation.
Yeah, for sure. It's not going to be long till it's the inverse. But if it's playoff transition, I'll give you that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, all right, brother. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when y'all say Donovan Mitchell that you've seen him bad in the playoffs, you just talking about this last playoffs against
this last playoffs probably. I mean, he didn't shoot. He had a. I think he had a stinker against Dallas. I think one of the games, and he didn't shoot it great to start the series. But I've seen him perform in the playoffs, and I've seen him perform big time in the playoffs. So because of that, I can't really put a guy who's on his way ahead of a guy who's been doing it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like this is an old guy and I'm holding him back for an old guy. No. Donovan Mitchell only been in the league 6 years. So I just need to see a little bit more of it. That's all. And I need to see Shea from a competitive standpoint. I just need to see it in the postseason. And I need to see it often before I'm able to put him ahead of a guy like Donovan Mitchell.
It's crazy to realize Donovan's only been around for 6 years. It feels like a lot longer than that.
Because of what he's done, Big Ox, because you've seen him so much. That's why.
Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it like that. Yep. Okay, let me see who we got next. We got Doe 734.
What up?
Yo.
What up?
What's up, man?
What up?
Salute to y'all. Salute to Big Ox. Salute to OG. It's my first time being on here.
Absolutely, brother.
So welcome. What's the deal?
I got three. Well, it's real quick. I got one statement and two questions. First, Ox, your live last night was crazy.
What'd you say?
He said his live last night was crazy. Why you ain't tell nobody, Ox? See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Hey, Doe, let me tell you what Ox is, right? Ox is the dude, just like his man, Ron. He the dude that won't say nothing and then tell you the next day, yo, I was at the Drake concert last night. and I had an extra ticket, but I didn't think you wanted to go. What?
Nah, it's not like that. Chill town. My lives are always Wednesday and Saturday night, but we just had an extra special something happened. Had to just do one impromptu last night. But yeah.
But I want to piggyback off the little Cleveland Cavaliers thing. I've been watching the Cleveland Cavaliers because of Chill. You know what I mean? And how do you feel about the development of Evan Mobley?
I'm on record, man. Offensively, as a scorer, just as a scorer, I feel like he should be a little bit further than what he already is. I feel like he's behind. I think that 17, especially in today's game, I think that 17 could be 22. He should be knocking down that mid-range a little bit more than he is. He should have a dribble drive more than he does. And his hands need to be better because Darius Garland looks for him around the rim. I think him and Jared Allen, I like what I'm seeing with them in terms of that mix. But I think offensively, in terms of a scorer, I think that he should be a little bit further along than what he already is. I think that 16, 17, I think that could easily be 19, 20, maybe even 22.
Yeah, I picked him up on my fantasy team just because of you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But and my third thing is the Detroit Lions. I hear y'all talk about San Francisco all the time and all this other stuff, all these NFC teams. Nobody talked about my Lions. What's up?
You know, it's funny, man. It's crazy that you say that too, because I was saying this to Ox not too long ago. The Detroit Lions are like that dude in the neighborhood, that kingpin in the neighborhood, that the other dudes on the other side of town, like everybody talking about him, and you like, yo, should we be concerned about these dudes? What's going on over there? We need to go pay attention to them, because the last thing we want is to not say nothing and then find out that these dudes are on our doorstep with like 30 of them with bats. Yo, where they come from? That's who Detroit is.
I'm so quiet right now. I'm telling you, like, they got to mess around and make some noise. We just got to get home field advantage. That's all I'm worried about.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of the home. I've never really been a big fan of home field. Ox will tell you that. I've always been under the impression, yo, if you better than me, you should be able to whoop me anywhere. It don't make a difference where we at. If you better than me, you can whoop me on your floor or on my floor. It don't make a difference.
I think it's just for us because we're so young. That's all. I'm like running back and the wide receiver. We're just so young, so that's why I would think we need home field advantage. But also in the same sense, Detroit travels well as well, so we might be all right. You know what I mean? That's all I had to say. Salute to y'all. Thank you.
All right, brother. All right. Don't think for 1 second I'm sleeping on Detroit. I'm not sleeping on Detroit. I know who they are. Jared Goff been in the Super Bowl as the QB, and he looking real good in Detroit. So I ain't sleeping on them dudes. I'm not.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping on them dudes, Big Ox. I know they serious.
Yeah,
I'm not sleeping on Detroit. No, I'm not.
Who they got tomorrow?
Who do they play? I think the Cowboys. No, they don't play the Cowboys. No, I don't think they play the Cowboys. That's a good question. Who do they play tomorrow? I don't know, Big Ox. Let me find out who they play tomorrow. I think they got the I think it's a division game, but I want to make sure before I go any further. Let's see here.
Packers is what people saying in the chat.
They play Green Bay tomorrow.
That's what they're saying. That's gonna be a good game.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how good the game is, but you know.
Yeah, they play Green Bay tomorrow.
So.
Yep, they do. They play Green Bay tomorrow. All right, so that should be they should handle Green Bay. It's a division game. Yeah, they should handle them in the dome.
Man, I know some Packers that's about to be pissed tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be some Packers fans tomorrow that's throwing their plates across the room.
Hey Duke, listen, hey Duke, I've been told to stay away from you.
See what I'm talking about?
Duke, I was told to stay away from you, B, and I was told why to stay away from you. You are irrational and you don't listen. You're a Kawhi hater. Now I know. I was told to stay away from you, so I'm good. I'm straight, B. I'm good. I'm good on you, B. I am good on you. So I was told by my constituents, yo, stay away from this dude. So I'm out. You ain't gotta tell me twice.
In the meantime, we will pull up Nick, Tri-State. What's up, Nick?
What up?
What's good, fellas? I'm live.
What up?
Yeah, live. Yeah. What's good?
How y'all doing?
Good, yo. What up?
Life is grand.
I just
brother.
got out of work. What's the topic?
You
pulled up, man. Topic
Lakers,
is what you wanted to be.
I'm about to say how easy the Lakers group in play schedule is. You see, y'all peep that? 4 of the worst teams in the league they played, huh?
It's expected, brother. It's expected. Don't you know? Don't you know about that Laker media cartel?
Oh man, forget it. They want the Lakers to win that first in-season tournament ever. LeBron gunning for that. He want that.
Is it
want that?
Is it really a conspiracy though?
No, not conspiracy. Not conspiracy. Like I think LeBron. People underestimate LeBron's competitiveness. I feel like he's looking at it like this is the first ever in-season tournament. He trying to win it. He wants to be like, I'm LeBron James. I won the first in-season tournament ever.
Right.
So.
I
feel like they're trying to give him the easiest path. That's why his schedule and his group is so soft. Feel me?
So did you expect now remember this didn't in terms of the groups, this didn't come out like 2 weeks ago or a month ago. This came out in like the summertime, like when they was doing the schedule, right? This came out in the summertime. So with that being said, did you expect Phoenix to be what they are right now?
Heck no.
You expected them to be better, right? Before you found out about Steven Adams, how'd you feel about Memphis?
Still wasn't sold in. We knew Ja was going to miss 25 games.
Yeah, I didn't expect big things from Memphis first 25 games for sure with Ja out, but you
didn't expect them to be this bad though.
Not this bad, yeah.
This bad, no.
And they've always been a tough out,
right?
At least
nobody expected them to be this bad. How about Utah? Considering what you saw last year, them being on the doorstep. I didn't expect them to be this bad neither.
I didn't expect them to be. I didn't expect them to make any type of jump. Nah.
I did. I expected them to be better this season, considering Lauri Markkanen being the most improved player.
I expected Portland for sure to be better this year.
Right.
And I didn't think they were going to be this bad.
And the same logic with Walker Kessler. I mean, Walker Kessler been out the lineup. So with Walker Kessler being out the lineup, now we talking about something completely different. If these dudes is healthy, we got a different division. You got a completely different division. I don't think it was set up that way. It just, and I'm not a coincidence guy. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't think things just happen. No.
Portland, Utah, Memphis,
Phoenix, and the Lakers.
Portland, Memphis, Utah. It was only one team I think they thought was going to challenge the Lakers, and that was the Suns. Portland, Utah, and Memphis. Man, everybody knew that was going to be weak.
I thought Utah was going to be better. I did with Walker Kessler.
I mean better,
but he was hurt. He'd been hurt. He hasn't even played this year. So.
And maybe I don't know if I expect them to be better, but at least it's just a mid-team, mid-level team.
When I heard about Steven Adams, it was a wrap.
It's slow for them now.
I was out on Memphis when I heard about him. I was like, I'm out on Memphis. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
I never thought Jaren Jackson. You know this, Chuck. I was big on Jaren Jackson. I think he's a good player, but I think he's not as good as advertised as people like to make him. He's a solid player. You're definitely not going to win a championship with him as your second guy. He's more of a third guy, in my opinion.
Third guy scoring?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Nick, they're about to get a lottery pick, and then Steven Adams will be back next year.
Yep.
Ja will get a full season.
Hopefully, Ja has his head
Memphis
screwed
is
on
going to
straight.
be. Yeah, Memphis next year probably be better than Memphis last year.
Yeah. Another thing, because y'all, I've been on Open Gym saying this. Tyrese Haliburton, man. That's all I'm saying, man. He's entering
what exactly
that,
are you saying, Nick? You just said his name. What are you saying? Let's get it out.
Bro, I'm saying he's possibly the most underrated player in the game, and he might be top 3 at his position. He might be top 3 point guard in the league right now, man. I'm gonna say
that's not possible, Nick. That's not possible. Seeing as you got Steph Curry, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Luka Doncic.
I don't know about that's what I want. I didn't want to go this route with you, Ox, because you my mans. I think we need to have that talk.
Trae Young,
I might take Hallie
guys
over
like that.
De'Aaron. And I love
I'm not
Nick.
there
Nick, I don't think I'm interested in having this conversation.
I'm not there yet, but I'm on record saying what a lot of people are afraid to say. In 2 years, we're gonna have a serious conversation about Haliburton being the best league guard in the game. I'm saying it.
He's
I'm dying
good,
on that
man.
hill. I am.
He does. It's
going to be a serious conversation. We're going to have a serious conversation about Haliburton being the best league guard in the game. That includes Trae Young still being around. That includes De'Aaron Fox still being around. That includes Luka still being here. That includes them dudes.
I love me some De'Aaron Fox.
You don't get no points for beating up on the weak teams, man.
I can say the same thing about De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox give it to everybody.
And so does Haliburton.
Yeah. It's all preference.
I'm specifically talking about beating the Hawks. That's what I'm talking about. Specifically talking about
y'all hear me out on this. This is what I always thought of De'Aaron Fox. He was like a hybrid John Wall. And what I mean by that is John Wall was the better defender, but with the lack of defense, De'Aaron Fox made up with it as a better shooter.
What lack of defense? De'Aaron Fox has never had a lack of defense. Even in college, De'Aaron Fox was a defender.
But John Wall,
he came in the league as a defender.
Listen, De'Aaron Fox, yeah. But John Wall's defense was a top 5 defensive point guard in the league.
I see a better version of Nick Van Exel, a more athletic version of Nick Van Exel when I watch Fox. That's what I'm looking at.
Fox he's special. Like he's a way better jump shooter than John Wall. Athletically, they're basically the same.
No.
Finishing ability, basically the same. De'Aaron's just a better shooter, and that definitely matters more, especially in today's game.
Fox is not the athlete John Wall was. No, he is not. That's not true.
I think his athleticism is kind of underrated. De'Aaron's.
There's a difference between underrated. There's a difference between underrated and overrated. When you're talking about an athlete, I'm not sure how many athletes you can name. Just athletes. Forget point guard athletes. I'm just talking athletes that you can name are better than John Wall.
Right. De'Aaron, I think De'Aaron was close to the athlete. John Wall, I believe John Wall just was a little just stronger. You know what I'm saying? Coming through stronger. And so I agree with what you're saying, Chilton. I think John Wall probably the better athlete. I think De'Aaron Fox finishes better at the rim than John Wall did, though. You take out the dunks, which you don't take out the dunks in the grand scheme of things. I'm just talking about when I'm going to the rim, laying the ball up against big guys. I think
De'Aaron's caught some bodies too on the court, though.
Oh no, without a doubt. But I'm just talking about besides the dunking and all that.
Yeah.
Which because a lot of people hang on to he dunked this, he dunked that, so he's a better finisher. But no, I'm talking about when I got to get up in the air and come finish around you, or I got to finish through the contact. I got to come up this side, finish on this side of the rim. Stuff like that. I think De'Aaron got John Wall pretty easily. Actually, I'm not saying he clears him, but I think that's De'Aaron.
What y'all think about Donovan Mitchell, man? Where do you think he going before I get up out of here?
What do you mean? Where's he going? I don't think he's going nowhere. I don't think he's going nowhere. I think he stays in Cleveland.
He's gonna get traded.
No, I don't think he's going nowhere.
Isn't his contract expiring?
No, he still got
2 seasons, right?
Yeah, he still got 2 more years left on his deal.
Oh, okay.
No, he ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Right. All right, Nick. Appreciate you, fam.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Hey, chill. Remember, Kobe top 10. Remember that. All right?
I'll remember it. Yes, sir. I'll remember it. Yep.
Chill. If you were to trade Donovan Mitchell, What are you trading for? What would Cleveland be looking for besides Donovan Mitchell?
Well, you've already gotten a quote unquote shooter in Max Strus. You got your wing defender in Okoro. You got other shooters in both. You got shooters in both Wade and Karis LeVert and bench and bench players and these guys, right? So with that being said, how do I replace 28 a game? Do I need 22 a game? I don't think I need another big guy because I got another big guy, but I got enough bigs. Do I need a wing scorer? Well, that could be Evan Mobley. Is having Donovan Mitchell here holding back Evan Mobley? Is it holding back Darius Garland? Is it holding back Jared Allen? Is it holding back any of these dudes? And if I'm replacing them, what am I replacing them with? Am I replacing them with a wing who is going to give me like Tobias Harris, for example? If I get Tobias Harris on this crew at the 3, how much does he help us? Because you think he should be a little bit more aggressive. Could he be more aggressive on Cleveland? I just don't like trading Donovan Mitchell because I feel like he gives us that guy who can close games out. He gives us that guy who, when the offense gets stagnant and we need a bucket and we need somebody to go to for buckets, that's him. And that's him early and often. And I think he's in a great situation because I feel like this Cavs team, they're building something and they're getting close to winning it or competing to win it. I think that they're getting close. I don't think they're that far away. I don't.
Are the Cavs still young enough to in fact, like say if Donovan was disgruntled and things weren't going right, are the Cavs still young enough to move Donovan and look to get, some of those picks back mostly and just, kind of rebuild that way and still maybe grab a free agent? Are they're still young enough to go that route?
I think they're still young enough to go that route. The problem is Cleveland is in a desired location, Ox. That's the problem. I mean, that's how they got Donovan Mitchell. They got him in a trade. It ain't like Donovan Mitchell signed there. Right. And on top of that, he's already, from what you telling me, in trade talks. So it's not like, I don't think that this would be an issue if he was in Miami. I don't think this would be an issue if he was in New York with the Knicks. I mean, the reason why this is going on is because, again, he's in Cleveland, and Cleveland is not a desired destination. You got to remember, Ox, places like Cleveland, Indiana, Minnesota, we got to build it through the draft. We got to build it through the draft, and we got to trade right. And the reason why is because we're not signing the Steph Currys of the world. We're not signing the Anthony Edwards of the world. When these guys' contracts up, they're not coming. Anthony Edwards is not coming to Cleveland. That's not happening, right? We're not getting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to come to Cleveland. We're not getting these guys to come to Cleveland. So what we have to do is we got to develop these guys through the draft and hold on to them for as long as we possibly can, because ultimately they're going to leave us, just like James did. Maybe like Donovan Mitchell. I don't know.
That's a good point. Let me see. Got a couple super chats. From Cam, he said, Steph or Kobe jumping on the Kings would be like Hines Ward or AJ Green on the Ravens.
Oh my God. There's no way AJ Green or if Hines Ward would have jumped on the Ravens, oh my God. He would have never been welcome back.
Ravens.
He would have never been able to come back to Pittsburgh. Ever.
There's no way.
He would have never been able to come back to Pittsburgh. You can't to go play for them. No way. No. He could go play for any. He could have went. Hines Ward could have went and played for the Raiders, and he would have been welcome back in Pittsburgh before he go play for the Ravens. No way would they let him back in Pittsburgh ever.
That would be crazy. See Hines Ward in that purple. David Estelle says, "This is for both of y'all. Which players from the last 20 to 30 years you wish people would talk about more? It can be good to great players."
Lamar Odom.
Definitely Lamar Odom. Caron Butler. Thanks for saying Thaddeus Young. Love Thaddeus Young.
I like Thaddeus Young, yo. Yeah, I dug Thaddeus Young, B.
He was a big fan of Thaddeus Young. Oh, you know who mostly, matter of fact, I'm going to move on to the top of my list. To the top of my list, even over Lamar Odom, is Louis Scola. Luis Scola.
Yeah, we don't talk about Luis Scola as much. Luis Scola was definitely on that Argentinian team that won the gold medal in 2004. He was on that crew.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that I think about it, no doubt.
You got any more?
That's all I can think about off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
Mitch Richmond too. I talk about Mitch Richmond a lot, but people don't talk about Mitch Richmond as much as they should.
One more person who, if they would have got maybe 3 or 4 more seasons in the league, Grievous Vasquez. I love Grievous Vasquez. Yeah.
What's the deal with Grievous Vasquez, yo? What was up with him?
I don't know. I was just a huge Grievous fan. I loved Grievous from Maryland on to when he came to Sacramento. Loved Grievous. Grievous at that point was probably one of my favorite Kings. I don't know. Let me see who we got left. Oh, of course.
What up?
Yo, what's up? So before I start this, man, I just want to let everybody know in the chat, obviously chill, and anybody else. For anybody that's ever gonna fix their face to call me a hater ever again, until you had all the stuff that happened to me in the last 24 hours, you don't ever fix your face to call me a hater ever again. Don't ever, cause you ain't been through in the last 24 hours what I've been doing. I ain't gonna go there. We gonna keep that. We gonna keep that between everybody that know what had happened. As far as the games last night, goddamn, the Pacers, man. Oh my goodness, what 86 points at the half.
It wasn't as bad as you think it was, Lee.
No. I know. And just to throw some little correction on it, it was defense being played. It just wasn't no defensive stops. These niggas could miss. That wasn't that they weren't playing defense. They were playing defense. It was a lot of contested shots. It was a lot of I got him one-on-one shots, close shots, whatever type of shots was just being made. Tyrese Haliburton has definitely made his way to the top 5 in point guards list for sure, but especially this year. His ability to facilitate and be a distributor and still hold afloat with the scoring, definitely on the up and up, definitely on the rise. But when is somebody going to give some goddamn praise to that front office and Rick Carlisle? That's what we need to be doing, because he is playing with a stretch 5 and Miles Turner, another guy that's a big that can shoot threes, and Jalen Smith. You unlock Obi Toppin. We already know what Buddy Hield could do, and the Obi Toppin thing. I'm gonna get to my point about my Nets in a minute. And the Obi Toppin thing, you got bench players, like just about everybody on this team could shoot and play on the outside, play on the inside. Their only problem realistically is getting stops.
Bagging Bruce Brown. Don't leave that up.
Bruce Brown and put him in a lineup.
That was a great pickup, Bruce Brown.
It's turning out to be a great pickup. I thought it was just a payday. Be honest with you, but it's turning out to be a great pickup.
Well,
but,
it's very team friendly though, because I believe the next one is a team option next year.
Yes, it is. But Tyrese Haliburton running the show like he's running, I still want to give some love to Rick Carlisle for this, because this offense is wide open. You got a lot of shooters. You got a lot of space. Nobody's in each other's way. Nobody's really getting you can't double nobody, because you're gonna leave a shooter open. And Tyrese Haliburton is gonna make the quick decision, and he's proven what I said last week. Simplistic is what it is, Chill.
Simplicity. It's called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what it is, and that's what he does, right? Simplicity is the key. And Rick Carlisle is one of those coaches who a lot of people don't talk about. Like when he was in Dallas and they were rolling, they didn't run a lot of sets with Jason Kidd and Dirk Nowitzki. They didn't. A lot of their action was It was moving and it was controlled chaos, is what we like to call it. They didn't do a lot of stuff that was going on, and they do the same thing. I mean, they actually run some sets. They actually run some sets in Indiana, but with that being said, they don't run a lot of sets. A lot of the stuff is with Matherin, with Buddy Hield, with Miles Turner. Get out and run, right? Get out and run. Get out. Obi Toppin actually is looking better than the Kenny Skywalker that I thought he was going to be. I just thought he was Kenny. I thought he was Kenny Skywalker, and he was going to be out the league in 3 or 4 years.
And he got and he got unlocked basically, and not only turned into a lob threat, but in a catch and go threat. Man, he's turning into an efficient offensive threat and getting his opportunities at the basket and on the break and on the lob. And I see the same thing for the agenda that I'm about to push, the agenda that I've been pushing. If you follow me on Twitter, which is the Nets need to sign Kai Jones. And I'm not stopping, and I'm not stopping at that. And the reason being is because I see the thing is now when you pair him with Nick Claxton and they both on the court together, you got two guys at 6'11", 6'10", 6'11" that could run. They athletic. They could get to shots. They could affect shots.
How serious is he about playing though? That's my question.
That's probably the biggest.
I hear the Kai Jones logic. I hear the Kai Jones logic, and I've seen social media stuff. Leaf, all I see is a dude that's a super freak athlete with pink hair. Like, what? How serious is this dude about being a ball player? Like, you tell me you awesome, but the question is how serious are you about this?
The only thing I can tell you is that he wanted to get out of Charlotte. Like, I can tell you is that he wanted to get out of Charlotte for a reason. Obviously, they moving on with Mark Williams and Nick Roberts. PJ Washington is occupying the 4th spot. He could shoot. He could do a lot of things offensively, a little bit more. But I think just in terms of energy and what he can bring to a team, I'm looking to improve our pace and our fast break offense and our transition game, because our half court set ain't it. So we need to be more and more in transition. Now, we've missed the Ben Simmons, obviously, and we've missed a 28-point per game scorer and Cam Thomas in the last.
Hold on, Leaf. No, I'm not here to cut you off, but I want you to keep going. You need to be more in transition. How can you be more in transition, Leaf? By doing what?
By defending.
There we go. There's the difference right there. Get on the goddamn backboard. Cause problems on the perimeter.
But
oh boy. What's the
I feel as if without Ben Simmons and without Cam Thomas, when we're doing that, when we are defending, and Ben Simmons is one of the better defenders still. If you add Kai Jones to this, now you got basically a lob threat and a rim runner on these breaks, and somebody who could basically switch on defense with Claxton, and 2 athletic guys that could get out and run just as quick as guards and get out and finish the
Leaf.
the
I hate to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be that guy, but I gotta say it, Leaf. If I own a basketball team and I wake up the next day and I find out that my GM signed Kai Jones after what's been going on these past 3 to 4 weeks, I'm calling him like, yo, pack your shit. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Pack your stuff.
What are you doing?
So you want to
clear out that office, brother. You're showing a very big lack of judgment, is what you're doing.
I don't care. So you won't even give it a chance.
Not a chance. Not a prayer.
I'm just based on how we're supposed to be playing defense.
Not a prayer.
Transition. He doesn't add to that.
Not a prayer.
So this is a character.
I will sign Amari Stoudemire out of retirement before I trade for Kai Jones or sign Kai Jones.
You know what, Bobby?
It's not a prayer,
Bobby. If you're saying this all for character reasons and with the behavior that he's displayed, I understand it. If you're saying
that's all there is to it.
But if you're saying this from a basketball standpoint and what he can provide and what he can help with this team,
you live your life on the court the way you live your life off the court. If I can't trust you when you leave this gym, if I can't trust you when you leave this arena, ain't no way. It's not happening.
I would like to think that was only a Charlotte situation. Now, since y'all both up here, bro, hey, one more, just 2 more things before I go. This Friday, Both of y'all,
just
man.
one, Leaf. Just one. We gotta go. Got
All right,
somebody else in the lobby.
You know what? Y'all already know how I feel about y'all this Friday. So let me piss y'all off before I go. Hey, Chilltown, can you give me the top 5 small forwards of the 90s?
Top 5 small forwards of the 90s.
Oh yeah. I'm taking it there, Bobby. Don't say shit.
Scottie
I'm
Pippen.
not saying a word.
Dominique Wilkins. Grant Hill.
In the 90s?
Yes. Scottie Pippen.
Dominique was coming off Achilles, wasn't he?
Yeah, he averaged 30 a game coming off an Achilles.
For like another 2 years, I think. Like another year, another 2.
So Scottie Pippen, Grant Hill, Dominique Wilkins. What other great small forwards?
Chris Mullin?
Chris played the 2.
Did he?
Yeah.
Could have sworn he played 3. What about Sprewell?
No. Spree played the 2 too.
Glenn Rice?
We can have a conversation about Glenn Rice. Yes, we could.
Big Dog?
No. Not Big Dog.
Mashburn?
Nope.
Steve Smith played the 2.
Steve Smith played the 3.
Played the 3. Okay.
Steve Smith. So you don't Steve Smith?
I would like to throw Steve Smith's name in here.
Okay, all right. So the point I'm getting at, and Bobby already know what I'm getting at.
We don't care what you're getting at,
No,
Lee.
yeah, of course you don't care. I told you I was about to piss you off. So now, free fit. Now, y'all both gonna get pissed off together. So based off the names that you shown me, and based off the prowess that the best small forward of that era, which just so happened to be Scottie Pippen. Based off the competition, it's clear to say that it was kind of a runaway.
Runaway? So basically he played in a weak small forward era? Is that what you're trying to say? He played in a weak.
Gave me the competition.
Like Grant Hill, Glenn Rice, Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason was the 6th man. Yeah, but I give him that, man. But
Anthony Mason. I'm just thinking about
Nick Anderson.
I'm thinking about the small forwards.
Anderson. I think Nick Anderson was the 2. I think D. Scott was the 3.
Right.
Okay. Either way, take either one of those names.
Even if that's true, right? That still doesn't take away from how good Scottie Pippen was. I mean,
he was very good.
Yeah. Even if
awesome.
Even if the quote unquote competition wasn't as good, I mean, he was just that much better not just as a small forward, but as a player. Because if you think about the small forwards, I mean, 2 guards was better than Scottie Pippen during that era.
2 guards was better than Scottie Pippen.
I mean, 2 guards was better than Scottie Pippen.
Outside of Jordan and Drexler.
Right.
That's where the love stops.
Yeah. And I don't
That's
even
where the
know.
love stops?
I'm not sure I'm putting Drex ahead of Scottie Pippen. I'm not sure I'm putting Drex ahead. It sounds like somebody else getting pissed off, Big Ox. That's what it sounds like.
Them Portland years?
That's what it's. If you take Drex off that unit and put Scottie Pippen on that unit, the way it was built, the distributor, the ball handler, the defender, the playmaker that he is, I'm not sure that I'm not sure.
No.
Not sure that was going on.
Leaf, I can.
I know what you're doing.
Just for the sake of your argument, Leaf. For the sake of your argument, I give you Drex out of respect for Drex and the sake of your argument. But that's where the love stopped, Leaf.
That's where the love stopped.
But for sure. We got 12 minutes left. We got one more topic and one more person to get to in the lobby, Leaf. I gotta let you go. Appreciate you, brother.
By the way,
watch out for them layover flights, brother.
He was a system player, by the way.
Yeah, he's out of here. Be
easy, brother.
I can't stand for that.
Be easy, brother. Hey, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm a big time. Anybody know me? Know I love Scottie Pippen. So go ahead with that.
So Chilltown. I want to kind of talk to you about the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with them? Are they?
Well, one of the things that
for real? Are they gonna stay for real, or what's up with them?
Bob, I'm in the minority. I'm one of these people that I like to look past. See, I'm not one of these people that live paycheck to paycheck. I look past what happens when this money stops. or if this money slow that. That's me. Like, what are we gonna do if this happens? So I'm looking at how the Lakers looking at James, where how he's playing. I'm thinking to myself, Father Time is gonna catch up to this dude. So what's gonna happen when this slows down? Because it's gonna slow down. That's gonna happen, Big Ox. So what's gonna happen when this slows down and he starts to come back down to earth, where he's not knocking down the long ball like he is? Like you talk about Philly, where they just start to even out. Well, what happens when James starts to even out? You need Anthony Davis to play to the level that's necessary in order for us to compete for an NBA championship.
What's Showtime? You remember when, like, last year when the season came kind of towards the end, Bron's legs were tired. He couldn't shoot no more.
You saw him. He was running. He basically ran out of gas. No doubt about that. Add that to the fact, Ox, when they had a stretch, I believe when they played, I told Damo this earlier, they had a game when they played Charlotte, and it was right around either January or February. And they played Charlotte, and he went on like a 10-game stretch, Big Ox, where he was averaging something like 37 or 38 and 10. And then he got hurt. Now, I'm not wishing anybody to get hurt. I'm just looking at the law of averages. And a guy at this age being this good for that long, can he sustain this? Well, history tells me no.
Right.
Father Time tells me no. But the way that these lineups are set up, it helps. So when Reeves is playing off of James, that actually works better than Reeves playing with D'Angelo Russell, because those are both scoring guards. D'Angelo Russell isn't much of a distributor. James is a little bit more of a distributor. So it's less difficult to play off James if you Reeves than it is playing off D'Angelo Russell, because he's looking for his shot. Taurean Prince got to be better because he can't make shots. I'm watching this dude like, yo, he might have to come off the floor because he's killing us right now. Anthony Davis is going to do what Anthony Davis does defensively. He's going to rebound.
Taurean Prince was the guy. It was Taurean and Gabe Vincent that was like, these two free agent signings are not going to help this team. Now, Rui, I'm sold on Rui. I can't wait for Vanderbilt to get hurt. Do you know what he hurt? Because I'm not. I don't know what's wrong.
I'm still in the dark about what's going on with Vanderbilt. He's been out since the season started.
And how do you feel about Reeves? Austin Reeves, at least up to this point, we've seen Reeves play before. We know he has the capabilities. He has the ability to play good, high-level basketball. What's up with him? Is this a slump right now, or is this kind of the Reeves we should expect? Is this Reeves what we're seeing now? Is this Reeves acceptable? Because some people, they don't think Reeves is playing too bad at all. So
I don't think he's playing terribly, but I think he plays better when he plays off of James more than he does off of D'Angelo Russell. Because James looks for him more in transition. James looks for him more in the half court. They actually run more sets for him in the half court. Because Anthony Davis attracts so much attention, I look at how Austin Reeves gets his shots. And Austin Reeves is a really good one-on-one player. That's one thing that I notice about him. And when he's playing off of James, it's better because James attracts attention. So a lot of times he can get the basketball and he doesn't have to stare a guy down where a guy is in front of him. He can get it and go quick with a guy. And that helps him out a lot. As opposed to D'Lo, who he's not really setting you up. And not only is he not setting you up, he's not getting guys in rhythm like LeBron James. So he plays a lot better with James. I mean, I'm on record saying, and I think this was a reach, but I was on record saying if the Lakers was at the top of the division, they was at the top of the Western Conference, and Reeves was 17 a game, I think he'd have been starting in the All-Star game because I think he would have got voted on. I think that just because of the Laker media cartel, like you said, I think he would have ended up how they talk about him. He would have ended up getting voted in, but he hasn't been playing like that. With that being said, I am disappointed in Taurean Prince. He has not shot the ball well. Gabe Vincent has been beat up. I don't know what the story is with Vanderbilt. Big Ox, this trade talk that I hear about Zach LaVine, I am not interested in handing over Rui. I'm not. Of all the guys, I'm not interested in handing over Rui.
They're gonna need Rudy if they want to make a deep playoff run. They're gonna need Rudy.
I think they are gonna need Rui.
Rui. I thought of Rudy. My bad.
Absolutely. I think they definitely gonna need him if they're talking about going deep into the playoffs, because that guy in your rotation, he helps out tremendously. It's not a lot of guys in the league, in the Western Conference in particular, that have that coming off of their bench. Like imagine him in Denver coming off of their bench, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the better teams. Imagine him in Dallas, how he would work with Luka coming off of their bench, right? So I'm having a difficult time seeing the Lakers handing him over. I understand that you may want to upgrade at certain positions. If there's any way we can hold on, to Rui Hachimura, let's do it, because I'm not trying to hand him over. I'm not. But I don't think that with James, the way he's playing right now at basically an MVP level and the amount of points. He only had 17 last night. I think he barely played 20-something minutes. He didn't even play that long. I don't know how long this is sustainable in terms of him playing at this level. And I'm not going to say that he can't do it this season. That he can't do it this season. But Big Ox, he's already defeated all the odds, man. From me, I'm just trying to figure out how he's still doing it. How is he still doing it? I just don't get it. I don't. How is this dude still doing this? I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And the Lakers are, they've won 3 in a row. They've had a pretty favorable schedule. They should beat Phoenix on Friday. That'll put them at 4-0 in the division in the in-season tournament. That should help. And in the process of doing that, I think they'll move up in the Western Conference. I think they're 8th right now. I think they're in 8th place right now. I think by January, we could be looking at a top 5 seed in the West. If James is able to sustain good health, right? If James is able to sustain good health and stay healthy, same thing with Anthony Davis, I think that they could be a top 5 seed in the West.
So Brown has to average 29, 8 and 8?
No, he doesn't. That's the thing, Big Ox. I think that, like I said, Taurean Prince got to play better. They'll get Gabe Vincent back. They'll get Vando back. Rui will still be in the fold. They could get into a better rhythm, as opposed to having James having to continue to do what he's doing. Because I just don't think this is sustainable, man. I do not think this is sustainable. And by the way, in the chat, Zen Master is the dude that's at the club trying to kick it with the young people. And he says he has no business in the club. He's trying to make jokes about older people that's his age. But he just, overall, he's the dude that's really wanting to be that, but he's not. So this dude is my age and making jokes about me to young people. Give me a break. I don't take myself that seriously. That's not me. I don't take myself that seriously. And I don't need to get people to make jokes about other people when I'm the same age as you to get attention. And that's what he does. He's a goofy.
Let me pull up. Got a couple. I'm gonna bring you two up together. I got Jay and got Stacks. What's up with y'all?
Yo.
What up? What up?
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah.
What up?
Chill. And Ox, what do you guys think about this Celtic Bucks game? How y'all think it's gonna end?
I like the Celtics. I think the Celtics win an NBA championship. I think that Damian Lillard has some of his toughest times with Drew Holiday, and I think with the Celtics being a better defensive team that they are this year, I think he's gonna have a tough time with him tonight. A really tough time with him tonight. Absolutely. Giannis has been playing great, so there's really no answer for Giannis. So Jason Tatum is just gonna have to match him, right? Jason Tatum is gonna have to match him with.
That's if he plays.
Who? Jason Tatum?
Yeah, because you didn't hear about it, Chill? He has a non-COVID illness. He's on the injury report. He has a non-COVID illness.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that.
That depends if he got, he's sick apparently in the injury report. So hopefully he plays today. Hopefully he thugs it out.
Right.
Hopefully Boston play. I think they're gonna win because we have Al Horford. Al Horford has success against some of these guys, and I think they're gonna be able to. You're not gonna stop Giannis, but you can try to slow him down and kind of get him off rhythm. And I think we have a really good shot at getting Giannis off rhythm, if that makes sense. And
without guys like Grant Williams and dirty work guys, Al Horford's gonna help, but it's gonna be hard, especially the way Giannis has been playing lately. It's gonna be hard to slow him down, B. It's gonna be hard to slow that dude down. Real hard. I'm not even gonna talk about Porzingis on the paint trying to slow him down. I 100% confident that I saw Giannis put his career high
on Porzingis, so I don't even think he's gonna. I think he might help a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna help as much. I think it's gonna be a team effort to try to slow him down.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, you said who was out with the non-COVID illness?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
So he's out on the list, or is he like game time decision?
He's questionable. It says he's questionable.
So
I don't know if he's gonna play or not.
I'm gonna make the assumption. Let's just make the assumption that Jason Tatum does play tonight because he don't got COVID and they're playing against the Bucks. And I like to think of Jason Tatum as a competitor. Let's say Jason is in the lineup. Even if Jason's not, I'm gonna be honest. Giannis doing work or whatever, however y'all want to call it on KP is not enough for Milwaukee to beat them. Like you can have a guy on the team that goes for 35, 40, and that's not enough to win. When Giannis scores a lot, it's not carrying his squad. Like you got some guys that put up buckets, and it's like Bron. We'll talk about Bron. LeBron going for that much usually carries his team to a victory. Right. Giannis scoring that much means at the end of the game it's going to be a game.
Yeah, but isn't it a little different when we're talking about Bron though? Because like the way that Bron involves his teammates is a little different than how Giannis involves his teammates in the offense.
Exactly, Jack. Exactly my point.
So
it's just different. It's just different.
I got one more question for you, Chill. You're the head coach of the 49ers. You see these quarterbacks in the draft. Which one of them are you picking? I got Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and Aaron Rodgers. Which one of them are you picking?
Montana.
Joe Montana?
Montana.
Over Tom Brady?
Montana.
Over Tom Brady?
Why is that?
Over Peyton Manning?
Joe Montana.
And why is that?
Why not? What is he? What hasn't he done?
No, I mean, like, do you like what do you think he does?
I think he's better than Tom Brady. Yes, I think that Peyton Manning is talented. I think that Peyton Manning is more talented. I'm glad you brought that up because what you're trying to do is you're trying to stir something. I like that, but I got to ask you, if Russell Wilson decides not to throw the ball on the 1 yard line and get a ball to beast mode, how are we talking about Tom Brady today?
The same.
Still 6 rings.
The same. Sure? He's still the GOAT.
Are you sure we're still talking about him the same way? Not only did he lose to the same dude twice, he also lost to Russell Wilson. He also lost to Russell Wilson. You want to bring up rings? Joe Montana 4-0 in the bowl game.
I didn't say anything about rings.
Well, I'm saying it about rings. So let's talk about Tom Brady and let's talk about Joe Montana. Montana as a thrower, I think he's better. In the pocket, I think he was better. In the clutch, I think he was better. Watching Joe Montana, it was almost like it was interesting. It was almost like Joe Montana was waiting for the game to get chaotic, and that kind of brought a calm to him. That's how much better he got. And I've seen him in so many more different situations, right? I've seen him in so many more different situations where he came through when most guys would not come through. The system that he was in, which was developed when he got there, wasn't like he came into a system that already was developed. No, the West Coast offense was developed on the strength of him. And the fact that he was throwing to guys like John Taylor, who I still think to this day is the best second receiver in NFL history. Nobody talks about John Taylor. His jersey should be retired with the 49ers. But throwing the ball to Jerry Rice and guys like that, I mean, he was fantastic.
Yeah, but Jay, hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay. Let's Stacks get off real quick because we do got to keep it moving, brother.
All right, my fault.
What you got, Stacks? It's all good, Jay. Don't worry about it, bro. I gotta do better time management. That's on me.
I'll chill, man. Y'all mean to tell me the Knicks couldn't use Cam Reddish?
Y'all had him.
Tom Thibodeau.
What happened?
Y'all had
Tom
him.
Thibodeau.
Y'all know why he going, right?
Y'all had him.
Y'all know why he going? Because of this most overrated coach in the league. That's why he's going.
Are you out on
terrorist?
Tibbs, are you out?
Yes,
on
I'm out on him. I've been out on him.
How long has it been, Stack, since you've been out on Tibbs? Was you out on him the minute y'all got
Ever
him?
since I seen him not holding Julius Randle accountable.
So he
ever since I seen him not holding Julius Randle accountable.
So he let Julius Randle do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants, man. Do y'all know Julius Randle averaged 0.0 blocks and 0% steals in the season?
0 what?
0.0 blocks and 0 point something steals on the season.
That don't bother me, man. Dennis Rodman never led the league in steals. Dennis Rodman never led the league in blocks. He still was the best defensive player in the game. That don't bother me.
But Julius Randle don't play defense though. That's what bothers me.
He has to play D. You can't play you can't play for Tibbs and not play defense. You have to. That's not true.
Chill. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Randle doesn't, and how he doesn't.
If he doesn't, then he wouldn't be playing for the Knicks. No,
chill, because they feel like they need him. Because they need him. We need him to score. They feel like they need him to score. So they not taking him out the game. Like when
do you think he's inconsistent as a defender?
What happened?
Do you think he's inconsistent?
No, he doesn't know how
he's
to
inconsistent
play at all. No, he doesn't know how to play
at all.
He doesn't know how to play defense at all.
That's not true. That's not true. He
doesn't know how to play defense.
Stacks, but that was
lateral movement is terrible.
Wasn't that one of the reasons that Tibb didn't like Cam? Because he felt like Cam wasn't playing good defense.
You mean to tell me Cam don't play better defense than Julius Randle?
I mean, you can say that he does now on this Lakers team. On his Lakers team now, but I never knew.
It's been one. He's been in a couple of months. He played the same defense.
Hold on, bro. Relax.
I don't know if he played the same D. That's not true.
Cam Reddish wasn't playing defense like this with the Hawks, the Blazers, or the Knicks.
Bro, I watched the Knicks, bro. He first of all, he was on a tight string. Him and Obi Toppin. Tibbs is playing on their downfall. As soon as they come in the game, he's waiting for them to make one mistake. He's pulling them out. Can you coach? You cannot coach nobody like that, bro.
You cannot coach like that. You can't play like that neither.
You can't play like that either. Exactly.
Like that neither, y'all. No.
And then, as a man, as a human being, I see you not holding Julius Randle to that same standard.
Yeah.
So like, come on.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, look, you know how it is in the NBA, man. Some people can do things.
It's politics. There's a lot of politics and all that.
It's politics in the NBA. It's politics in college. It's politics in high school. It's politics
everything.
Overseas.
Yeah, man.
Politics, brother. Hey, we don't know the But Jay and Stacks, I got to keep it moving, yo. We got one more person in the lobby, and we're actually already over time.
So all right, salute. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all.
We over time. What up?
Well, y'all asked for it. Now y'all got it.
What up?
What up? What up, Chill? What's up, Chill?
You tell me. What up?
Why you so aggressive, man? Calm down. We talking basketball.
Let's do that. Word. I'm down to do that. Word. Let's do that.
No question.
Absolutely, fam. Let's do that. Let's talk about your most improved logic. Why you loving Sagoon? What's the deal with Sagoon?
I was been loving Sagoon Chill since last year, but it just so happened when y'all brought up the conversation about most improved, he was third on my list. I had Jordan Poole, I had somebody else, and I had Sengun.
This was last year. This year coming in.
This was on episode 168 of the panel. You was on that, man. You was having
What I'm saying is, was this season or last year?
This was last season. Last season.
You was feeling him. So this season coming in. Okay, so this season coming in.
The panel, I said he would be most improved. Yeah.
And I said it was Anthony Edwards, but now I'm moving more toward Haliburton. I'm moving more toward Haliburton than I am Anthony Edwards. One of the main reasons why I'm moving toward Haliburton more than Anthony Edwards, because when you talk about most improved, one of the things that matters when you're talking about most improved is your points per game go up. Now, Sagoon, I think he averaging 5
close to 20.
I think he averaging no more than 20. So that's like I think that's close to 6, either 6 or 7 more than he was averaging last year.
Right.
All right. So that matters.
So I was looking up something earlier. They said the people who win most improved players is between years 3 and 6. I think Tyrese is in year 5? 5? Year 5.
I think we're in year 5 right now with him.
Okay,
we're in year 5 or 6. Julius Randle was an anomaly. He was in year 9, but that don't happen with a lot of guys.
Right.
So the majority of the guys who win most improved, they win it when they just showed up. Whether they just showed up, so like Ja, he won it in year 3. Let's see, Lauri Markkanen won it last year. Lauri Markkanen is in year 7, so he's a bit of an anomaly too. The majority of the dudes who win it, they win it early on in their career. Plus, winning matters too. So the most improved player If I'm not mistaken, it came out, and I think in the 85-86 season. That's 39 seasons. 21 of them 39 dudes, his team made the playoffs. So winning matters. So with Sengun, Houston is right now, I think they're in the 8th spot. Indiana's in the 5th spot. And Haliburton, he's leading the league in assists this year.
One question, Chill. One question. So the same criteria you have for Rookie of the Year, you don't have for Most Improved Player.
No, and the reason why is because with Rookie of the Year, a lot of these dudes, that's the Rookie of the Year, they on bad teams. So they don't expect these teams to be good after they grab this guy, whether he's the number 1 or number 2 pick. They're not very good. They're garbage, to be quite honest with you. That's why a lot of these teams, they don't make the playoffs. That's why a lot of these Rookies of the Year, they ain't on teams that make the playoffs. Most Improved, I mean, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved in 19. They won the NBA championship that year, right? What's his name? Who am I thinking about? The Euro from Turkey. Why am I drawing a blank with his name? He played for Sacramento. Ox, your man.
Oh, he stroked turkey glue.
He won Most Improved in Orlando, and I think it was 09, either 08 or 09. They were in the playoff, ran deep in the playoffs. Paul George won Most Improved. They was in the Eastern Conference Championship. So Most Improved and Rookie of the Year, those are two different things, because the teams that these rookies get on, a lot of times they bad. Most Improved, these dudes is on cruise. Most Improved, these dudes is on cruise that's getting better, and they happen to be getting better with these crews.
So do you think Ja Morant should have won it over Desmond Bain when he won it? Right.
Hell no.
He actually gave it to Desmond Bain. He gave the trophy to Desmond Bain. He said that.
But that's what I was saying to Mars earlier in the chat. I was asking if it's not narrative based, I do believe Sengun have a real chance at winning Most Improved.
Explain to me narrative when you say narrative based, because I need to get to the bottom of that. What would the narrative be?
Okay, let's say for instance, like Chet and Wemby right now.
Right.
Right. And you said, correct me if I'm wrong, Chill. You said
if it's close, Wemby gonna win it.
Because winning don't matter in the Rookie of the Year race, right?
It has not. Not in recent years. It has not in history. It has not mattered. No, it has not.
So, in my opinion, I believe if Wemby was the winner Rookie of the Year, I believe that would be, I'm not gonna say narrative. I believe that will be the track that it's been on. If Chet was to win it, you could probably say an anomaly, because, like you said, Rookie of the Year don't go to the team who win it. It more so just goes, like, you know what I'm saying, to that Rookie of the Year, or to the person who not on the good of a team as the rookie. But in my opinion,
before you go any further, I'm not gonna cut you off. Keep going.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like you just said, you can add narrative into that, because Wemby coming into the league, what's the narrative on Wemby? What is Wemby supposed to be?
Right.
So if it's close between him and Chet, it's probably gonna go to Wemby, simply off the strength of what Wemby is projected to be.
You don't think that's narrative driven? That's what I was about to say.
That's what I'm talking about. When you say narrative, that's a narrative. Now, when we're talking about Sengun, for example, I
don't know the exact narrative to use for Sengun. That's why I say, like, Ja Morant and Desmond Bain situation. That's the only real one that I could remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, that's why I said if it's not,
it wouldn't be narrative with Sengun, because you figure Sengun, number one, he played in the 5th biggest market in the league in Houston. They are winning, so if anything, it would go to him.
And Chill, he improved everything but his 3-point and his free throw shoot.
He actually averaging less rebounds this year than he was last year, so that's not necessarily true. But when you think about Haliburton actually, his scoring went up by almost 5 points this year. His assist total went up this year, and Indiana is winning off the strength of that, right? His assist went up off the strength of that, and because of that, that stuff matters when you're talking about the Most Improved. Now, in terms of a narrative, it would be because of a bigger market. I can get with that, but Sengun, let's say this season, right? You said episode 168, you were talking about Sengun. Like, who was talking about Sengun 2 years ago? What was the logic on Sengun 2 years ago?
I remember Mars talking about him. I do remember Mars saying something about
him. I was talking about him a little bit. I wasn't talking about, because I seen him working with Olajuwon 2 years ago. I wasn't really talking about him too much. Like they talk about Wemby, like they talk about James when he showed up, like they talk about these dudes.
Oh no, he wasn't getting that. No, he wasn't getting that.
So when you talk about a narrative, well, you got this dude in a big market playing good. Houston is actually back in the playoff picture. With Houston being back in the playoff picture, that would be the narrative, yo. We got to push this guy. We got to push this narrative, as opposed to Indiana. If we being honest, homie. If we being honest, my man, you give a fuck about Indiana?
Honestly, no.
Keep it.
I see where you're going. You're right though. You're right. I see where you're going. Man, as though a person don't give a fuck about Indiana, but Tyrese will make you want to put an eye on them. And
that's the only reason why I'm watching them. I don't care about Indiana.
I see what you're saying.
Just like I don't care about. Just like I ain't care about Cleveland. The only reason why I was watching Cleveland because they had 23. I don't give a shit about Cleveland. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I'm not gonna cuss, but I couldn't care less what was going on in Cleveland before they got James. They was a bad organization and a bad team. Only reason why I was watching them was because of him. And they was building something up there, right? Sure. But mainly because of him. So if Sagoon is in Houston, which is a major market, you're going to start watching them more because that narrative is being pushed because the NBA needs a team like the Houston Rockets to be good, just like they need the Knicks to be good, like they need Boston to be good. Do the NBA really need Indiana to be good?
Yeah.
And that's why we got dog for so many years, buddy. Because ain't nobody give a damn about Sacramento.
I don't want to hear your shit, Ox. I'm sick of you, Ox. Hey,
Ox, that's the crazy thing, though, Ox.
I'm so sick of this dude.
Sacramento,
right here, yo.
And then that shit that happened with the referee, man. That shit.
Buddy, don't get sucked into this with this bullshit with him, yo.
The NBA hates us.
Though, chill. It's on public record, though.
Okay,
FBI files, chill. FBI files.
You just did an interview with Vlad TV, chill, like.
Just so y'all dudes know, I want to put it out there. Ox already know this. This shit get my blood pressure up, by the way. Just so y'all dudes know, that referee, you know how many games he refed in that playoff series? Of those 7 games?
No, I don't.
0. That's how many games he refed in that series.
But it was a whole crew of refs. It was a whole crew of refs that was in on this conspiracy.
Number two. That's number 2. Vlade Divac made it clear. Vlade Divac made it clear. If we have home court advantage, we will win the series. You get game 7 on your home floor. How come Buddy Big Ox won't tell you about Chris Webber having 5 points in the second half, including the overtime, and 3 rebounds, and play 48 of the 54 minutes? How come he don't talk to you about that?
Well, how come nobody talks about how Chris Webber was getting hammered, getting abused, getting beat up? No, they was doing Chris Webber damn near worse than they just did DeMontis Sabonis.
That's what I was just saying. That's what I was about to say. That was the point. They wasn't foul called.
He couldn't get off that.
Yeah, they was buddy. They watched Chris Webber get beat up for a whole series. This last year, our first time back to the playoffs, they watched DeMontis Sabonis get beat up for 7 games straight.
Stepped on.
The NBA hates the Kings, bro. It's simple. NBA hates.
This is bullshit right here.
But buddy, though, we do got to keep it moving. We way over time right now.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving, man. I'll see you later, chill.
Yo, chill. I don't know what's so funny about that, bro.
God, I'm so sick of you, Ox. I swear to God. So sick of you, B. I'm so sick of you, I swear, yo. I am so over you with this Sacramento shit, man. I swear. I'm sick of you with this shit. Yo.
Oh, you know what? Primo sent this super chat in, and I knew somebody was gonna say something, chill, because you was doing Cleveland. Primo said, chill on the land, Akron's on.
I understand that, but if we keeping it a bean, nobody cared about Cleveland, yo. Before James got there, they was the worst. They were one of the worst teams in the league. It was one of the worst. Chris Mills was gone, and Mark Price was gone. Gerald, all of them dudes was gone. Nobody cared about them dudes, man. Nobody. When James showed up, now they become box office. And I actually been to Cleveland specifically because of him. We getting a call. I mean,
that'll do it.
We getting a call from the suits, and I know we got a call.
LeBron will definitely make you travel for sure.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Man, we did end up going like 20 minutes over today. You know what I'm saying? That's just out of love. That's just out of love for the viewers, out of love for the subscribers, out of love for the people that pull up. Man, y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving tomorrow. Make sure y'all get some cardio in today.
Mm-hmm.
Get some cardio in tomorrow. Get some cardio in on Friday. You know what I'm saying? And look, two plates is enough, y'all. 2 plates is enough.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are, yo. Drink water. Don't drink and drive. Love yourself. Put a suit on. It's Thanksgiving. Put a suit on. Call your mother.
Facts.
And save me a plate or something. Save me a plate.
Man. Well, it also looks like we won't be doing the panel tomorrow, but chill. See you on Friday. Y'all will see us on Friday. Black Friday going down. Y'all do not want to miss it. It's it's a star-studded event. We got some guest hosts, some great hosts coming through, great debates. Y'all get to finally watch me cook ticket. It's gonna be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Take
y'all.
it light.
Catch y'all on Friday.
Take it light. Take it.